Hello and welcome back to the Knitting Expat Podcast channel. My name is Mina and I'm here today with a special video to talk to you guys about the Mini Skein Pattern Club that I've been going on about for a while. And I've decided to call the Pattern Club the Minilicious Pattern Club because it was a name suggested by someone on Instagram. Which I think it was by Grace of Babel's Travelling Yarns podcast who suggested it, and Grace is a really good friend, and I remember at the time when I heard it I was like, that sounds like a really fun name, so let's go with that. So that's the name I've decided to go with for the Pattern Club. I'm here today to go over the details of the Pattern Club to give you guys all the information. I've done this for my pattern clubs in the past and I feel like it's nice to be able to have a video to direct people to tell them like this is where you can find all the information, and you know, you can let me know if you have any questions, of course. So first of all, I wanted to say thank you for considering joining the Mini Skein, the Minilicious Pattern Club, and yeah, we're just going to go over the important information. So first up, the club is aimed at advanced beginner / intermediate knitters. There's nothing that I feel is particularly beyond the grasp of a beginner knitter, but I wouldn't necessarily say that these projects are great first projects, like absolute beginner, very first project kind of knitting. If you've got a few projects under your belt, you've done a few different things, then these projects will be great. Honestly, they are not super complicated. Some of them will involve you know, using scales to weigh out some yarn to get like the right proportions, but none of the actual knitting aspect of the projects or the patterns are going to be difficult. Some of them, like I said, I always recommend this, that you read through a pattern completely before you start knitting on it. I know it could be exciting and you want to just get going, but honestly you'll have a much better result and a much better time knitting a pattern if you've read through it first and then you fully understand what's coming. That said, if you do read a pattern and something doesn't quite make sense, give it a go first, and then if you have any trouble, feel free to contact me or whoever the designer happens to be for help. Yeah, I feel like sometimes if you just give it a go, trust the pattern, follow the instructions, it usually works out perfectly fine. So that being said, let's move on. There will be 4 patterns in this club with an additional bonus pattern, which is what you get when you first sign up. So the bonus pattern is going to be available as an individual pattern straight away. But if you purchase the club, then you get the bonus pattern for free. Essentially, it's not something that is ever going to be charged for as part of the club, but if you purchase the bonus pattern on its own and then decide you want to join the club, there's no additional discount because you purchased that bonus pattern on its own first. That will also be very clearly stated in bold on the pattern page for the bonus design, which I'll show you in a second. And so that's your decision to make. And I can't retroactively fix that for you, so please bear that in mind. And the bonus pattern is this lovely cowl. This lovely cowl and this club pattern should be releasing, well, you should be seeing this video when they are available, and I'm pre-recording this, so I still need to take some finished object photos of this cowl for the pattern at this point in time. But yeah, by the time you see this video, this cowl will be available for purchase, or like I said, if you purchase the pre-order, essentially what it is, or you buy the ebook for the Minilicious Pattern Club, this pattern will be waiting for you there already. And this is, like I said, the freebie, so there's none of the cost for the pattern club is for this design. So this is the waffle cowl. It is knit using, I used 10 mini skeins for this cowl, although the 10th mini skein was only used for the bind off, like the cast on and bind off at the beginning and end. So really it's only 9 mini skeins in the actual cowl itself, and it's used Suburban Stitcher sock yarn, which is a fingering weight, and it's held triple throughout. So this is one of those designs where there's a lot of information at the beginning, detailing out how you need to manage the yarn throughout this. And like I said, please read the information before you dive in because it's very helpful and it's there for a reason. So yeah, so that's that. It's a really lovely, really thick cowl, but it does relax quite a bit with blocking, and yeah, it's really comfy and really warm and cozy to wear. It took me a while to kind of just like get this zhuzhed quite right, so I'm not going to take it off and pop this on right now, but I do really love wearing it. I find it's really easy to just chuck on really quickly when I'm running around with my toddler, and especially if I'm running out to go pick her up or drop her off at nursery or just run to the shops really quickly. A cowl like this is both warm and functional and doesn't need much fussing once you've popped it on. So there's that. The patterns will all be accessories and include a range of interesting stitches, including garter stitch, fisherman's rib, which is like a faux brioche, short rows, mosaic knitting techniques, cables, and even some stranded colour work as well. Or yeah, stranded colour work. So each design is different and utilises different techniques in the patterning. So this one, for example, uses kind of like a it's kind of like a faux brioche, but it's like a waffly texture. So so that's one type as well. The 4 patterns in the club, I'm looking down, I've got my notes here, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything important. So the 4 patterns in the club will be exclusive to the club for the duration of the club period and for a couple of months after. And they'll be available for individual purchase from the 24th of September, and I picked that date purely because it's my birthday. And I thought, why not? Additionally, the patterns will have notes on how you can use different yarns, as in if you wanted to use regular size skeins rather than minis, or scraps instead of like specific mini skeins. A lot of these designs can easily be adapted to use scraps, leftovers from other projects, or even you can just use full skeins of yarn. There's one design in particular that's coming out which I think would be beautiful with just like a solid tonal and then like a gradient yarn as the second, or a sort of like a variegated or self-striping even. I think that would look really fun in that sort of pattern, as well as using mini skeins, which is the way it's written. But again, like I said, those modifications are included in each pattern as well. The 4 mini skein themed patterns will be released on the 1st of each month, starting in May until August. Actually, the first one won't be released until Monday the 6th of May, only because I'm going to be traveling, and I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to get it released on the 1st, because like I said, we're going to be traveling in Europe, and I'm not sure what my connectivity situation is going to be like with internet and things like that. It should be fine. More than likely I will get it up on the 1st of May, but just in case you don't get it on the 1st of May, just be reassured that you will get it within the next few days. It's only because I'm traveling and I can't guarantee that I will definitely be able to get it up on the 1st, but that is my intention. If not, you will definitely have it by the 6th, and I know that's annoying, but like I said, more than likely it will be the 1st, but I just wanted to put that out there just in case. The waffle cowl pattern, so this one will be available for download as soon as you pre-order the club ebook. This is your freebie. However, you can also purchase as an individual pattern if you do not wish to take part in the club. And like I said before, just be aware if you do purchase it separately and then decide to come and join the club, there is no additional discount there. And there will be a cowl running, a knit along running from when the pre-order starts, so from as soon as the pre-orders are listed, so probably from the date of this video is published, until the 24th of September, when the patterns will become available for individual purchase. There'll be a single chatter and a single FO thread, and at the end of the cowl I will select some prize winners, and there will be some prizes. If anyone would like to donate a prize for this knit along, then by all means get in touch and we can sort that out. Otherwise, I do have like a stockpile of prizes that I pull from for prize draws and stuff like that. So moving on to the financial side of things, the pricing structure for the patterns. So the patterns individually will all be priced around £4.50 to £5. So I think 2 of the designs will be around the £5 mark and 2 will be around £4.50. So and that's going to be the price once they're released for individual sale in at the end of September. And the percentage savings that I'm going to go through with you now is based on how much you would save compared to if you were purchasing all the patterns individually. And please know, all the prices that I talk to you about here are excluding VAT. Ravelry will automatically add VAT to the purchase price for the country, if the country you are in requires VAT to be paid. That is then, that money comes to me, which is then paid back to Ravelry when they invoice me at the end of each month for all the VAT. So that's not extra money I get to keep. It goes to whichever country it is that requires the VAT to be paid. So the full value of the club for the 4 patterns is £19 if all patterns were purchased separately. This does not include the £4.50 for this cowl, which is an additional saving on top of everything else that we're going to go through now. So the early bird pricing, which is up until the 1st of May, or up until the date the first pattern is released, is going to be £12.50. So that gives you a 33% saving over buying the 4 patterns individually. And then once the club starts, and for the duration of the club until the 1st of August when the last pattern is released, the price will be £14, which is a 26% saving. And after the last pattern is released, so after the 1st of August, the price for the whole club will be £15.20, which is still a 20% saving over purchasing the 4 patterns individually. And like I said, the £4.50 saving from getting this one as a freebie is an additional saving on top of all of that. So yeah, that basically covers everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about with regards to this club. Like I said, I will have the chatter and FO threads linked down below, and a link to where you can purchase this club on Ravelry as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know either in the comments down below on YouTube or in the chatter thread where you'll be able to find this video and the chatter thread. Essentially, I'll be dipping in regularly to answer questions and chatter along with you guys and see how you guys are getting on. So yeah, we will have a hashtag for Instagram as well, which will be the Minilicious Club 2019 or Minilicious Club 19. I'll pop it up on the screen here for you, and yeah, I look forward to seeing your progress on the projects on Instagram as well as on Ravelry. So yeah, thank you so much. You'll find links to where you can find me below this video as well. I'm on Ravelry as Knitting Expat, and on Instagram as Knitting Expat, and on Ravelry as Mina Phillip. It's all linked below, and I look forward to seeing your progress on these patterns. Alright, so that's it for now. Until next time, take care. Bye!